Howdy. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So Ryan and I were out here talking and said, you know what? As good as this lawn looks, it looks fantastic, by the way, we are doing less and less to this lawn as far as applications, fertilizing. And why is that? It's because we have managed our soil over the past 2 years, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to run you out to the farm. I'm going to show you something cool out there. And then we'll talk real quickly about adding organic and carbon to your lawn and why it's so beneficial. Hold on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this lawn, then we're going to spike aerate it, and then we're going to add dirt booster. And let me show you dirt booster. This is the new dirt booster. This is version 2. So that is the new dirt booster. It looks just about the same, doesn't it? However, the new dirt booster, you don't have to spray the microbes and mycorrhizal fungi. It's already in it. So that makes it so good for lawns right now because you just put it in a spreader and that's it. You are adding carbon because it has humic acid, as well as biochar. You're adding corn DDGs. That's the organic matter that will actually slightly feed your lawn. And then it has microbes and it has mycorrhizal fungi. There's 3 minutes that'll change your life if you're into farming, lawns, or anything. And it's a video about mycorrhizal fungi. So what I want you to do, there's a link below, and on that page I'll put this video, and I'm also going to put a video about mycorrhizal fungi, and I want you to watch that. 3 minutes. It's a little educational video and it'll change your life. Trust me, I said that before. Once you learn how important living soil is, you'll start to understand why we're putting less and less fertilizer on our lawn. Darkness that starts to happen to your lawn over the years. So I can put up a clip and show you when we install that drain pipe. I'll show you how the first few inches of our soil has turned from red clay into sort of dark brown, almost even a black. I'll put that up right now. Then I'll take you out in a minute and I'll show you the same thing, nature doing sort of the same thing over at the farm. It's pretty cool. So I am back here in the fields that we just did. If you haven't watched the video of recapturing this, dude, it's a pretty amazing video that what we did back here. We got the gravel road, we got all the fields ready. But this whole area for years, I guess it was a goat pasture. Then for the past, I'll say 10 years, I mean, the guy was just too old to work it and then he died. And so it sort of turned into, let me give you an example. It sort of turned into this, okay? Just huge clumping fescue. You can see all the trees. That's kind of what this field was. And this is how we've reclaimed it now. So, but I want to show you what process Mother Nature goes through, in that, you know, we had things dying out here. We had lots of birds crapping here, lots of goats for years and years, plants, all kinds of plants growing and dying, things eating that, pooing on top of it. It's that natural sort of process that everyone is, for the past 20 years, that farming has moved to, which is a no-till regenerative farming. So you basically have crops and wildlife all in the same place. And your nutrition, your nitrogen, and your artificial inputs just basically go away. You don't need it. And that's what we've proven in our home gardens with Dirt Booster. We don't use any fertilizers. Let me make that clear. We didn't use any fertilizers. We just used the Dirt Booster product, and we had double the yield. I'm going to link to an article down below, and there's a scientist that actually was studying DDGs, and DDGs is a dried corn distillate from the alcohol process, which is what is used in Dirt Booster. And you'll see in that quote down there, years back when he was doing his initial testing, he had double the growth using DDGs for fertilizer versus just a straight urea on his tomatoes. Now, that's a scientist for a university studying these things. It's really cool. But I wanted to come over here. Now, Georgia is famous for its red clay soil. If you dig down here, you're going to get red clay. That's all it is. But I want you to look at this. This is a tire track my tree guys left. And I dug it out just now. And hopefully you can see the color contrast here. So here's the red clay. So there's the red clay. And look at that. I'll push it up against here. Look at that in comparison right here to this dark soil right here. Isn't that amazing? That is just so cool right there. So there's our normal red clay soil, and look at how black and brown this is, all the way down to about 8 inches. Look at this. Let me even do this here. Look at this. This is crazy. Let me take this piece of red clay here. Let me stick it right there, and look at that. Is that crazy or what? Living matter and all living things, when they die off, they go through a process called humification. And humification is the breakdown of organic matter, and it reaches a certain point that it can't break down anymore. That is called typically your humus or carbon. So you get a lot of carbon. Carbon can't be broken down. It just can't. It's just not going to be broken down. So that's why we use humichar in our soils, because it has humic acid with a lot of carbon, and it has straight biochar. And it just holds on to all the nutrients. It holds on to the water. It gives microbes a place to live. So what we did here was, I took that, because we had to till this, we took that first 8 inches of really good black soil and we tilled it all up about 18, and then we disked it, and then we rototilled it. So now I've got that down probably a good 18 inches. So now to reduce any other synthetic inputs, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, what we're going to do is wherever we plant, we're going to be putting the dirt booster product. So whenever we have a plant, we're going to be adding dirt booster. Now, the other part of regenerative farming is to understand how beneficial mycorrhizal fungi is. And this is where I need you to stop. I need you to go to the page below, and I'll put up a video about mycorrhizal fungi. And your life will change when you watch this little 3-minute video. Let me say that again. If you plant, if you have a yard, if you have a garden, your life will change when you understand mycorrhizal fungi and how it benefits plants. So that's one of the reasons why wherever we're planting, we're putting the dirt booster down. All right, so I got home from the farm and Ryan showed up. He was here, but I want to ask him something because he made a comment just a few minutes ago. So we were talking about how much work we're doing back here this year. And what was your comment?
We've probably only done like half or a third of what we normally do in the past years.
So like fertilizing and
the amount of stuff we're putting out, how often we're going over and putting stuff down.
So this is kind of where I'm getting to, that we're focused on the soil. And because we're focused on the soil, because we're focused on the soil, we're having to put out less and less, they call it artificial inputs, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So we're having to put out less fertilizer. And the grass, I think, probably looks
about just as good.
Or I think it actually
better.
It's close to the best it's almost ever looked. Look how tight it is.
This early too.
It's super, super tight. It's super, super green this early, like he was saying.
In May.
Yeah, I mean, we're still at the end of April. We're still at the end of April, and this grass looks like it normally does, like in June. Mm-hmm. It's golf course quality. So that's an important point, and that's what I'm stressing today. That's why we put out the dirt booster, and that's why we put out humichar. Improve the soil. to this while I say it, so I don't have to say it twice. You never go up and down hill, because this uses the tines to push, number one. So you always go across this way. Number two, when you're on nice turf like this, you keep your speed up pretty high. So you have that consistent pace, and you shouldn't see any, you see any tear ups?
Not over here.
No. Okay. Now, this trouble area over here that doesn't have drainage, let me show you what I'm doing. So when I'm coming over here, what I'm doing is I'm actually putting a little back pressure on the machine, and it's actually tilling it up. See it? See how nasty that looks? But the problem that we have here is we have this black algae that's come in here. Let's see if I can find a spot of it that I haven't treated. So here's what I'm talking about. This is that black algae. When you get through the black algae, you see brown dirt. I did put a little copper on here. That usually helps, but also that's one of the reasons why the green hasn't fully germinated. So I spike aerated the green, and then I'm really heavy tearing this up. But this is actually recovering fairly nicely. It's just got a little more ways to go. Ryan's inside complaining because his arms are tired. He trained legs today. I've had him walking this whole place. Anyway, so there's the front. Looks pretty good. Now that has been aerated. The whole thing has been aerated, and this is what I love about that spike aerator. You can see we put flags on the sprinkler heads. I mean, from a distance it looks great, but you've got holes. You've got holes all through here, and these holes are not deep. So you'll see that this says Dirt Booster Plus, and there, I believe if you order any kind of dirt booster from Anderson's or Amazon, that's it, there's only Plus. The rest of it's sold out. So I'm just going to open this up. Spreader setting wise, I don't know if you can see that or not. Just well over 1/4 inch opening to start with. And I'm just going to take this bag. Brutal cut. One-handed dump. Now, this is the one product that when you put it in a spreader, you'll say to yourself, wow, that smells great. This stuff, it smells like a really sweet corn cereal. But again, we've got biochar, humic acid, DDG corn distillates, which will to break down. We've got microbes and mycorrhizal fungi all together. So now I just have to spread it. Now I will tell you that this product doesn't throw as far as a normal fertilizer. I was telling Ryan, so if your normal fertilizer, like in this spreader, throws 5 or 6 feet per side, you may only get like 2 to 3 feet. All right, you can tell summer's coming because Doc broke out the big hat. Oh, I love these hats. All right, so the last thing for me to do now that I've got my cut, aerated dirt booster down, water. I'm gonna start watering right away. I'm gonna pull up my Ratio app. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to water this in. Now this is each station I'll do about 7-8 minutes. And then tonight, as soon as it gets dark, I will run this again. And people say don't water at night, but I want that good mycorrhizal fungi to start to bloom, and that's how we do it. Man, I'm bold. I'm going to get wet. So I will tell you now, if you watch a lot of farming videos, you'll start to understand this process that farmers are using fewer and fewer synthetic inputs. In other words, they're actually using less and less fertilizer. They're organic farming, they're no-till farming, they're regenerative farming, and they're basically improving the soil and creating a living soil. Let me say it again, a living soil full of carbon that holds onto the nutrients. Adding the organic matter, that organic matter will go through the humification process and turn that dark soil, but at the same time, it releases a little bit of nutrients as well too, so it acts as an organic fertilizer. It's not necessarily an organic fertilizer, it's that when you put that clean organic matter down, whether it's soybean, corn, or whatever it is, when it breaks down, it releases nutrients, it releases that into the soil naturally. Oh man, that just looks so good. I'm so happy with this. So again, the new Dirt Booster Plus is available. If you don't have the lawn guides, guys, get the lawn guides. They're free, they're up, and we talk about this stuff. We go over so much of it. Get the lawn guides. That's it. Now I'm gonna go rest because I'm exhausted. And I'll take you back. I gotta go back out to the farm tomorrow, so I'll take you back out there, I guess. Talk to you later. Doc.